Your Honor, my client, Todd Manning, suffers from severe PTSD. And yes, there is precedent. When he was charged with the death of his brother, his twin brother, he was found not guilty by reason of insanity due to severe post-traumatic stress disorder. And this was sustained during 8 years of imprisonment by his mother in a cell where he was systematically tortured.
Stop. Cut it out. Look, I killed my mother. I killed my brother. I've done terrible things. They're all a matter of public record. That's not what we're here to talk about. When I do something terrible, I always feel like it's not really me who does the terrible things. It's very hard for me to describe. I always have this voice in my head that tells me that I shouldn't do it. And isn't that the definition of insanity, right? Having a voice inside my head? I was in the woods, in the middle of a storm with my ex-wife, and she's having a baby, my brother's baby, my brother who I killed, and the baby dies in my arms.
It's okay. Just take a moment. Your Honor, when Taya Delgado's baby died, my client was so traumatized that his stress disorder resurfaced. He did not want to cause Taya Delgado, his ex-wife, any further pain and suffering. Taya Delgado claimed the wrong baby from the start. There was no malicious intent on the part of Todd Manning to baby switch.
Excuse me. Am I hearing this correctly? Are you saying the switch happened by accident?
Your Honor, if I may be allowed to continue?
Mr. Campbell, I'm granting Ms. Miller and her client a little leeway. That doesn't mean we have a free-for-all. Ms. Miller?
Thank you, Your Honor. It was Heather Weber who took full, deliberate advantage of my client's fragile mental condition. Heather Weber, in order to pursue an aggressive agenda against Samantha Morgan. Heather Weber, who coerced my client into participating in switching the babies.
Your Honor, Heather Weber is not being arraigned here.
Yes, Mr. Campbell, we're all aware of that fact. Move it along, Ms. Miller.
Your Honor, when my client found himself imprisoned for a kidnapping, he did not commit, trapped again in a jail cell as he had been for those 8 long years by his mother. He snapped. His stress disorder resurfaced again. That is why he attempted to bribe Detective McBain. That is why he attempted to flee the hospital after being beaten half to death by his cellmate. He is in the grip of severe PTSD, Your Honor. He does not need more prison time. He needs psychiatric help.
I object. Whatever you just said, I felt it.
Actually, Ellie, I wasn't touching you in that moment.
You weren't?
No.
Maybe it was a delayed reaction?
No.
I guess I just imagined it then. Or hoped I felt something.
Look, there's still reason to be optimistic. Sometimes it takes longer than a week to regain sensation. Of course, we'll keep an eye on you, and we just got to continue to be patient. And if there's any other questions that you have, we'll get a prognosis as soon as we can, okay? Okay.
Dr. Drake is an excellent surgeon.
I know.
He wouldn't give you false hope.
Don't worry, I'm not gonna cry. I mean, I'm just lucky to be alive, right? And I have you. And I'm not gonna feel sorry for myself.
Ellie Trout told me there are still 2 embryos left.
Yes, that's standard practice, just in case the couple wants to try again.
Okay, so couldn't you just, slip me another one, and then by the time Dante and Lula are back, I'm pregnant again, and they never know I lost the first baby?
What's wrong with Maxie? What does she say on the phone?
What she always says, that she's fine, but I know her. She's my best friend, and I feel like she's keeping something from me.
Well, we are both really nervous about
I'm the one that's nervous, and I know that I have a tendency to overreact, but she keeps finding excuses to get off the phone with me.
Great. That's good. You're calling long distance from Turkey. She's saving us some money.
What about what happened before we left? She called us over, and she was going to tell us something.
Yeah, well, she also said that it wasn't urgent.
But that's because my dad called from here, and we heard a gunshot, and then the line went dead. She knew that we were going to go after him, and she's not going to hold us up, but I'm starting to get the feeling that she was going to tell us something big.
Dante and Lulu have already been through so much trying to have a family. Why tell them that I lost the baby if we don't have to?
Maxie, I can't withhold that kind of information.
Okay, but they can still have the baby that they want, and they don't have to blame me for the first miscarriage.
I told you there's no way to pinpoint a cause. The embryo may not have been viable.
Or it's because I fell chasing that dog.
It's very unlikely.
If Dante and Lulu find out, it could ruin our friendship, and they might not trust me enough to try again. Please, Dr. Westbourne, having a child means everything to them, and I don't want to let them down. Just make me pregnant again.
I should feel something by now.
Okay, but as a lab tech, you should know more than most that the timetable that Dr. Drake gave for recovery is just an average, meaning that some cases resolve earlier and some take a little bit longer, right?
Look, I know you feel an obligation toward me, and
Ellie,
I just
I'm
don't
not
think...
giving up hope. Nor should you.
I just wish there was something I could do, you know? Some sort of action that I could take to help myself.
I think the best course is just to relax and let your body heal.
Yeah, you'd think that would be easy, laying in bed.
I think I know something that will take your mind off of things. It's in the car. I was in such a race to get up here that I left it in the trunk. But I'm pretty sure it'll make you feel better.
Thank you.
I'm not agreeing to impregnate you, Maxie. I'm just checking your hormone levels to see if another implantation is even possible. And just so we're clear, it's highly unlikely.
But if it's possible, you'll do the procedure?
I'm not making you any promises.
When will you know?
I'll take this down to the lab myself and put a rush on it. I should have the results in half an hour, and then I'll decide if I can lie for you.
Thank you, Dr. Westbourne. And I promise, once you put this baby into Dante and Lulu's arms, it won't seem like a lie. It'll be their dream come true.
I'll see you later, Maxie.
Maybe she wants to move. She doesn't like living with Ellie anymore.
Yeah, I guess I could see that, because she's in love with Spinelli and living with his girlfriend would be hard, but if that was the problem, why would she have wanted you there?
Because she likes me and she values my opinions. Look, whatever it was, clearly Maxie thought it could keep. Maxie?
Spinelli, hi.
What are you doing here? Are you okay?
Me? Yes, fine.
And the baby?
I'm just here for some checkups. It's normal with the surrogacy. How's Ellie?
Still hasn't regained feeling in her legs.
It's been almost a week. Does that mean she's paralyzed?
Too soon to say, but we're hopeful.
Yeah, you have to be. I would go see her if it wasn't so awkward. I mean, that's why I haven't heard from you, right? Because we slept together.
I've been a bit preoccupied.
Well, because you said that it was fate, and we were supposed to be together, and I'm just wondering if that's why you haven't called me, because of Ellie's condition.
No, Maxie, it's not.
Why do you need to see Lucy Coe?
If Tracy's gonna boot Lucy out of ELQ, this might be just the incentive that we need for her to come over to my side. Now look, I have to get to her before she's declared incompetent, get her to sign her shares over to me while she still can.
Okay, would you basically be doing the same thing Tracy was doing, taking advantage of Lucy's mental state?
No, I'm giving her options. Listen, once she's declared sane, I promise I'll treat her fairly. Look, Michael, I'm gonna need you to cover for me on this, okay?
How?
Tracy can't know what I'm doing, all right? She can't know where I'm going. So if she says anything, you need to make something up, all right?
Oh, well, hold on a second, AJ. I'm the world's worst liar. Ask anybody. Tracy's gonna see right through me.
Michael, between your mother and me, it's in your DNA. Trust me, kid, you can handle this.
Now, the lawyers are on it. And before you say anything, yes, Lucy's vote for me as CEO still stands even after she's... Where's AJ?
Apart from a great appreciation for quality cosmetics, you and I have nothing in common.
Yeah, Monica always said you were a pretentious little climber. Well, that doesn't work in here. You see, Ferncliff is the greatest equalizer. Everybody's criminally insane and just trying to make the most of it.
Well, just speak for yourself, because those doctors are going to tell that judge that he made a huge mistake in my case.
Yeah, when you tell them how you tried to stab Detective McVampire with a wooden stake, you're going to be stuck in a cell with me. Oh, we'll be sharing some anti-aging cream from Coco Cosmetics when we're 80.
Wow. You are really even meaner than everybody said.
Oh, I'm not mean. Just honest. You're going to be committed. And when you realize you're stuck here, you're gonna need a friend. That would be me.
Your Honor, I know that Mr. Manning is not suffering from PTSD.
Your Honor, this woman is not a
I want
psychiatrist.
to hear this. Are you a psychiatrist?
No, but I've spent a good deal of time with Mr. Manning over the last few months. I've had a chance to observe, and I know that he is in his right mind.
I'm not.
So you're saying that nothing we had was real? That the PTSD is the reason you said and did everything?
No, that's not what I'm saying.
So it just comes and goes?
Yeah.
You can't have it both ways. Todd, you have to take responsibility for your choices, good or bad, right or wrong. Or you have to deny it all, including me.
No, I know that what we had was real. I know that. I know that I was never more together than when I was with you. I fell in love with you, Carly. I know that.
Todd, you have to admit to what you did. And you have to trust me to stand by you. Everyone lies. Everyone makes mistakes. But you gotta own what you did.